Well, good evening, everyone. I hope you all are doing well. Let's see. So apparently, Chips and the crew have added in a turf system, which means I believe we should be able to start drug dealing and gaining power. Which is a very exciting premise. Excuse me. All right, I know I had a bunch of drugs. I just don't remember where I put them. They might be in my my apartment. Let's go take a look. And then let's try this out. Okay, if I remember right, there is a couple of things that you have to do with the switch over to some of the new stuff. Announcement. Furniture menu. Ooh. Storage unit. Oh, fancy. Okay, well, let's just put it at the foot of the bed, yeah? There we go. Move it this way. Can I rotate it? Okay, so that's on the ground. Oh. Right-clicked the gizmo. There we go. Add to cart. And then we can do a wardrobe. And we'll just stick it next to this other wardrobe. No. How do I... The cart? Poiches. Okay. Okay, well, I guess apparently I did not put them in my stash, so... I have no idea what I did with them. It's a lot of apartments. I thought I put them in my stash. Did I put them in here? Did I put them in here? Did I put them over here? Ooh, high value cargo on the move. I don't think I have anything over here. Where did I put them? There's a blowtorch. Huh. Okay, so there's some stacked money. But nothing else? Huh. I don't know. So how does this work? I do not have a hot dog stand. The general? No. Citizen. Hmm. Nice sweater. Thank you. I appreciate that. I didn't put him in the car, did I? No, I don't. I don't know where I put all my drugs. Thank you. This is one of my favorite cars. It drives really nicely. A lot of fun. Huh. Have I checked up my butt for the drugs? I have. Look, a kitty. Oh, two kitties. Kitty, 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 kitty. Hi. Okay. Bye, kitty.
Hello, sir. How can I help you today? Thank you.
Let's withdraw all $60. How much do I make? Okay. How do you go about... Um... Yeah, I don't know. What did I find up there? Nothing of value. Some really, really bad chocolate. There's a cop there. I almost ran that red light, but there's a cop there. How are you doing, Ingle? Hey. Now back to work, work, work. Well, I'm glad to hear that the headache subsided. I'm sorry it lasted so long. I don't know how. Not actual work. Well, no, just working on your stuff, I assume. Hot dog selling. I do not have a hot dog stand. Okay. I don't understand how I'm supposed to...
Seriously.
I don't... That's all right. You'll get around to it, I'm sure. You've got a whole week. Oh my god, how are you transporting your notebook now?
No doubt.
If you let a hot dog cool down, does it become a room temp dog? I think it becomes a cold dog. How are you doing, Val? Long time no see. Nope, it's not I. I don't know how you're supposed to do the drug selling. Puzzling. How puzzling? You would probably laugh to know that this bar still called Ye Old Conundrum. In everything but the name, it is still Ye Old Conundrum. You pulled the biggest one for the video game version out of the case it was in, and now you can fit 5 kind of 6 in the case thing you had it in, and the biggest one now goes in a pocket thing in your backpack. Oh, okay. You just shifted stuff around. That makes sense. Oh yeah, it's become a legacy, 100%. At this point, I don't know if I want to change it. I don't know how any of this is going to work. I'm glad to hear you're doing well, though. Is the vent stash still a thing there? Yes, both of them are. I also had your ID on me for the longest time because I didn't realize it wasn't my ID. Yeah, so up here. Stash ye old other vent. It's incredible. All right, well. It's a great name, and I love it. Okay. What is it? Log out? Or does that quit? Okay, that's what I thought. Is there drugs here? Your Grammy says drugs are bad. There are currently no drugs here. Interesting. I already have the wardrobe. Change outfit. I don't have any outfits. I gotta change my invisible dude. How about a cough suppressant, please and thanks? I know a guy who could probably get you some. How are you doing, Tricky? Yeah, I could have sworn that there was like a sell drug option, but I don't know how to do that. Been sick this past week. Actually didn't go to classes most of the week. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Is it just like a cold, or do you think you've grabbed the vid? Ingle, how I imagine it goes down is you end up spilling them all, and then you just go, my notebooks! Oh, not my notebooks! Like the, my cabbages guy. My notebooks! You're right, you came here to do the personal attacking, right? I hope it's not the vid either. Kind of lost motivation for old-timeish GTARP, so that's kind of why you haven't been around. That's fine. Everyone deserves a little break. I haven't been on Johnny in a while, for a similar reason. And just, it's a little tough trying to do all the cop stuff, you know? Speaking of cop stuff. Where is Anne? I mean, I obviously have to wear all leather. There we go. Actually, wait. Oh yeah, no, that one's gonna be the better one. Jessica's dog got all over them when you first opened it after the switch. You think this of your Skylar? What? I don't know what that means. Got to turn off the chroma key filter in OBS so you can see my sweater, huh? My sweater? Do you mean on my character? If so, then yes. Much as you wanted to, you're feeling too ill to do much RP tonight. Hope to catch me in the city some other time. Ah, I saw you on and was hoping to meet up with Chad late, but I understand, and that's perfectly okay. I hope you feel better, Mr. Meat Suit. Please take care of yourself. I also really suck at being a cop. I can never take it seriously enough. Do you think there's a bat mask? That kind of looks like a bat. 133? I could do 133. Oh, no. Obviously, I have to do the Scarecrow mask. Obviously. The new fashion is wearing your business wear under your sweatsuit. 100%. That's what sweatsuits are for, to make you sweat. You think this of me, Skylar? I'm the one who... oh, I've never seen Breaking Bad. Filling in the void time between stuff happening is harder on a cop. There are so many cops on now. The void time is filled with constant burglaries. There's no bat, but there are vampire faces. Well, I mean, obviously I have to do the Scarecrow. Because Batman. Now I gotta find some, like, leather pants. Oh, hell yeah. Boom. Leather. All right. Some good black work boots. All I need. Those will do. Oh. All right, so 6 is a leather jacket. Are there any other leather jackets? No, I think I've been through all these already. Oh, that one's not bad. 148. I don't know if I'm feeling the shirt. The turtleneck's kind of not bad, actually. I kind of dig that turtleneck, actually. You wear your beach wear under your work wear, obviously, so that way you can go to the beach immediately after work. Gotta lurk a bit? No worries. What's for dinner when you get back, if you hear me? The Batman movie actually gave you nightmares at the time? Oh, I bet. The one with Scarecrow was terrifying. If you had time for RP servers, you would cop it up 100%. Well, you could make time, and you could bring in all your buddies. Constant burglaries aren't all that fun either, for you at least. That's true. There are some arena war outfits and pants and jackets. Don't know the numbers off the top of your head. Oh, you mean like actual beachwear in game? How do you do that? How do you mark like um wear outfit then change outfit? Can we dress me up like Frasier and the Mummy? I mean, I suppose. Gotcha. Yeah, I know that if you toggle your shirt, that will I know that will like toggle stuff. Save current outfit. Batman. If I do, what is it? Shirt is the glitchy hoodie. But you said it was it citizen? No. General clothing. Shirt? No, that does the same thing. Oh, you just mean here. Wear something pink? All right, well, I gotta buy more clothes anyway. Oh, I love the horse. Um, what kind of man is Wayne Bruce when he's not doing crazy things? Oh, I feel like he's definitely like a sleeveless hoodie guy. There we go. There are some really cool masks. Incredible. $118 jacket is shirtless. Hmm. Pink, pink, pink. I gotta find something that I can do in pink. Not everything has a pink color. All right, let's see if there's a pink scarf. There's a pink scarf. I'll wear the... Was that pink? Is this pink? That looks like pink. That's pink. Okay. There are base shirts that come in pink. Should he just be pink everything? Lauren's gonna say yes. All pink. All right. I'll find... I gotta find some pants that'll do pink. Oh, that's close. Purple pants. Who is this? Can we have purple? This is Wayne Brus. It's the 80s, men wore pink and no one thought anything of it. Yeah, exactly. See, I can wear pink. Oh my god, can I get... I can only get them in like that kind of reddy color. Those look pink. Purple? Which one's purple? Are these purple? All right, confirmed these are purple. I think they're sweatpants, but it'll do. All right, let's find some good leisure shoes. Ah, flippers. Perfect. Are these banana shoes? Or is that a dog with a cone on its head? Have a good night, Ingle. Take care of yourself, buddy. Twitch chat does make the best outfit. Oh my god, flip-flops. That's the balloon dog? Is the balloon dog a thing? All right, what about prop? Glasses? Oh, here we go. Like Clark Kent glasses. Oh, I love it. There we go. And save. Yes, I understand I will still remain ugly. Save current outfit. Casual. Pang. It's an NFT, so I'm not sure why it's all over clothes in GTA. Really? Can we flirt while riding some camels across the desert? Sure. Hell yeah. Bank. What's my bank balance? 3,000? I gotta go to EDM. See if I can get a car. Don't need that anymore. Oh man. I didn't realize that I had all these bags of marked money. We're gonna have to go find the person to give that to. So what is Brucey gonna sound like? That is a good question. He hasn't really interacted with many people before, so he doesn't have much of a voice yet. Perhaps we could do like a kind of loud and flamboyant like voice. A little bit like this. When he's not being a criminal. Is it purely vanilla clothes y'all got in the boardwalk? I don't know right now.
Sure thing, man.
I know Chips has been working to try to get some more. More and different? What do you mean? It's like the one dev thing you've learned how to do in 5N is add clothes. That is not something I am familiar with in 5M. That is for sure.
Sorry, man. This is the limit.
All right, thanks for that. 2 buckaroo. All right, let's see what I can buy. Swap vehicle. We're gonna go with muscle. Goodness, they are all very expensive. The only, yeah. I mean, ooh, manana. I absolutely hate having to go through all the XML stuff. The tornado. Zion. No. What's the voodoo? Oh god. Definitely not. Love the color. Definitely not. Is it the Impaler? That one looks like an Impala. The Ruiner. Okay, so that's the Ruiner. Phoenix? Gotta figure out what I want to grab. Ooh, the Gauntlet's kind of nice. The Homa Coupe. You also need to learn how to join a gang / outfit. From my understanding, it is it's the same way that one would give you a job. So you have to find someone who's in a gang and then want to join with them, and they would have to set your status as that. Classic Gauntlet I like. Let's test drive. Hey, hero. Well, there's never any gangs on outside of Dixie. Well, Cleo has a gang, so you can always be part of his. And and help him get more turf around his place. One isn't half bad. You have found a couple of odd exploits around the test drive feature. What exploits are those? Doesn't go very fast. Turns all right. What is this? What is this place? I don't remember this being here. Hmm. Normally, and Chadley will be working with Cleo more in the future. Yeah, I'm usually only able to get on Fridays. Ooh. I finance the vehicle? Finance. Calculator. What is 10%? 3,000? I could. Could finance it. I feel like there's another one that's a decent. Is it Dominator? Let's test drive the Dominator. One is that you can scrap vehicles from a test drive, which only matters for the rusty vehicles by the scrapyard. Well, can't you do... So you're saying that if you test drive a car and then take it to the scrapyard that they request you to pick up, you can scrap that one for materials? If you start a test drive and cancel it like I just did, then start another, you'll reset to the dealership when the initial timer ends, and you can drive the second car freely. Ah. Woo! Yeah, they're gonna have a fun time catching this one when it just disappears. The Dominator GTO was pretty nice, so you really prefer the GTX? I don't know what I'm supposed to do when this resets. Gummy gonna be so mad. Well, fortunately, he lost me. That one was a little swervy. You like the Stallion? Let's look at the Stallion. Oh god. Oh, that is nice. Little bit too expensive for me though. What's the plan tonight? Well, I was trying to figure out how to do drug selling, but I couldn't see the prompt in the F1 menu anymore. Italy? You don't know if we got that one? Let's test drive the Tulip. I already do not care for this. Oop. Julian saying that you were trying to figure out how to sell drugs, but you said it in the most sweet and innocent way of saying it. You think that's beautiful. Hi, Ziggy. Should be a sports classic. Ah. Oh. I didn't see the pop-up. How are you, Ziggy? It's good to see you. Look, I just want to sell some drugs, okay? Let's take a look for the Italy in the sports classic. Sleepy? Why sleepy? Swap vehicle, sports classic. Does not look like it. You're always sleepy, especially in bed. Mm-hmm. Well, that's the thing, Mr. Meat Suit. The turf stuff is already in. That's the point of the gangs. You can now join a gang to spread turf, but I don't see the ability to actually sell. And that's why I'm confused, is that's where I thought it was. Is it the classic gauntlet that I like? I think so. Try now that I'm in the gang. Yeah, we'll finance. There we go. I now own a car. Congrats, new car. Thank you. How do I F1 then escape? Thank you. Citizen interaction cuff, put in vehicle, rob, kidnap, escort, hostage. Hot dog selling. I don't know why hot dog selling is just something any of us can do at any time. That's crazy to me. You want a hot dog? Hot dogs do sound good. We've got hot dogs in the freezer. You're right, I can't sell hot dog. Did I not drink some water? On your way to get on the server to sell hot dogs? Well. Oh, there we go. Water work. Unless you have the hot dog vendor job. Well. Oh, right. I need to find... There's a couple of shady people that I need to go talk to. And you can only sell from your cart and not other people's. Well, that makes sense. So... Hold on. I'm just going to say... I just popped into Chips's chat to ask, how do I sell drugs? Kind of sad that you can't switch characters without restarting the game now. Why can't you? Can you not do that from your apartment? Oh, not with the new apartment layout. Oh, that sucks. Okay, so this is a house robbery, so let's go down to this person. Apartment's got overhauled and the logout space isn't in the new one. I wonder if they can make that a piece of furniture you could put in, like with the storage and clothing. Citra is working on it along with the parking fixes. Citra's doing a great job. Citra's going through a lot and really making sure it all works. What kind of road is this? This is ridiculous. Is it one of you? Is it back here? Where's this shady person? Ooh, are you inside? Ah, you are. Hey, lady. Wash money. Money, 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 money. I have $1,049 that I need to get rid of. Applaud for the lady.
Thanks.
Wow. I thought it was supposed to be 50-50. That was 75-25. Okay, well, Cleo needs to change his rates. So my initial request was that the money launderer was a 50-50. You would get half of whatever you gave them. And then players would be like 70-30 if you had a player launder money for you. Apparently, it is 75-25, not 50-50. So that is sad. Yeah, that is really rough. I don't know if that's balanced or not though, because I don't know how much money you really get from doing like store robberies. Okay, well, I think that light's broken. There we go. This is where I need to be. Yeah, I had a little over 1,000 and I got less than 300. So like I said, either Cleo's gonna have to change his rates because it's been 70-30, or I need him to change it to 50-50. Oh, I want street corn. And I see mask is still messed up. Okay. You just want to not be sniffy and sneezy. Have you tried really, really spicy food? Oh, Ziggy, you got to make me your street corn dip, please. You have tried super spicy, and I assume that did not work. Sorry. Ziggy, you may have missed the update. I sold my car. Hi, Blup. Now you see why you need Cleo in the city. I 100% do see why you need Cleo in the city.
Do it.
My only complaint right now with playing Cleo is that it doesn't make sense for him to be doing small-time jobs like house robbing and stuff like that, especially if he gets arrested. But otherwise, I'm sitting around like an NPC, and that's not exactly fun either. How are you doing, Blup? But yeah, I sold my car yesterday. I barely drove it. Took it to the dealer, got some money for it, paid off my loan for it, and I'm saving up for that that down payment. Hydrate, I can do that. RNG gods have blessed you. The third attempt. How's GTARP going? I'm trying to figure out some of the new mechanics that they have put in, but can't seem to figure out how to do some of them. So I'm going to try and do some small-time crime on a different character. You're thinking about rolling Tim out? Who is Tim? What does Tim do? Block of cream cheese, can of corn, tastes better. Melt items. Sell items. Okay, so I have a gold bar. I can't actually do anything. That's awesome. Tastes better if you cook the corn in a pan for a little bit and kind of brown it. Some pepper jack cheese, a few spoonfuls of sour cream, tahini, and as much cilantro as your heart desires. Yours desires a lot. You just let it all mesh together in a crock pot. That does sound really good. Let's go talk to this random dude and see if he's got a good job for me. Timberleaf Frenchman, the definitely not Russian spy guy. Oh. Well, I wish I could run into Timberly Frenchman because I could definitely use a cohort. You dropped a handful of Captain Crunch on the floor, the berries version, the best kind. Your pups are helping you out with cleaning. Your younger dog Nico is bringing pieces all the way from the kitchen into your office, eating it on the carpet near you, and then going back for more. That's adorable. Oh, I love Nico. Someday when you have your house, you have affectionately named your future home Z Street. So when you have the Z Street house, you're going to do so many little game nights and stuff, and you will invite me and make all the little dips and snacks. I love that, and I cannot... Stitcher is not streaming. Cleo gave him the truck robbery job that kept getting bugged. Oh, yes, I do remember that. Also, he stole a delivery truck. Wish you weren't feeling like butt. Mike Roch would gladly help or try to help. It would be really nice to get a couple of us together, and I'm not sure the best way to do that out of, or like in-game, because there's so many places to be. Do crimes with friends? Well, Ziggy, maybe if you hopped on and RP'd with me, I could do crimes with friends. That sounds scary. You don't know how? Well, hop on and I'll teach you. Mike Roch isn't a very good crim. That's okay. We don't need a great crim. We just need one who can distract and maybe point and pull a trigger. Why did it tell me to pop a Yui over here? GPS is awful. Your car is not in the lot you parked, but the icon's still there. I think there was something in the announcements channel where you have to do like /set car keys or something like that. It's incredibly hard when you don't know the controls of the game at all. There are many, and all of them are confusing. There are many. But like I said, I'm happy to help you and teach you. You love watching, but you feel like you're too giggly to do RP? Nonsense.
Dios mío.
No such thing as too giggly.
Get her done.
We would love more giggly people. He's meant to be a stoner burnout, so you play him like a Tommy Chong character. Make the giggly part of the character. Yeah, see, there you go. That's the best part about RP, is you can make the character whoever you want to be. You want to be the giggling bandit? Go for it. Oh, I wonder if Citra replied. Parked car sync command. Yeah, that's the one. Hey, it worked. a girly pop character. What exactly is a girly pop character? But also, yes, do it. Let's have a girly pop character. Frankly, we need more strong women in the server. I want Ziggy to overthrow and rule. Very pink, very femme. That sounds great to me. Okay. I don't know if pools break or not, so. Plant tub and plant fertilizer and a watering can. Well, I gotta see what that's up. What's up with that? There's a movie studio in the game. You can be in the city for filming of a movie. Yeah. Coming soon to a city near me. Citra was telling me about that. I wasn't sure if it was already in or not. I was trying to remember who he said you could buy stuff from. He said they are at the Shady Fella. Shady person? Oh, there's two down here. Okay. If you had farming in GTA, you would already be on the server. Well, technically, there is farming. It's weed farming, but it's farming. Which shady person? That, detective, is the right question. Might be fun to stop by Sal's for pizza. I may have to do that. Citra has replied. Hey, now we've got the weed selling. You can grow weed in GTA. You will be able to. I'm checking to see right now if they are available. Um, this- There it is. I don't know if I have $2,000 to buy this with. Hey, Brock. You need Cluckenbell? Ah, growing area under it. I like that. What's up? We're looking at buying weed. I don't have enough cash for it. How much cash do I have? Hmm. Not enough money. Okay, so someone's got to be selling it, and I guess that someone is going to be me. Only acceptable use of my hard-earned dollar? Well, I need to get some more hard-earned dollars. I gotta hope that I can go do this... Ooh, that's dangerous. I gotta hope that I can go do this house robbery without getting caught by the papos. Only the coldest and hardest of cash. I can assure you that there is definitely something cold and hard. It's not cash, though. For anyone who wasn't sure, it's the pistol. His car is not very fast. That's okay. Oh, interesting. He has me... It looks like maybe hitting this convenience store? Question mark? No, I don't want to toggle trunk. Oh. Refuel vehicle. Oh, that's a fancy new script. The popsicle answer? Popsicle answer is a lot better than the gun. Can I walk away with it? Return nozzle. Okay. Is there something back here that I gotta break into? I don't know how this works. I haven't seen this one before. Do I have to go and like... Oh, do I have to talk to this guy? I don't know what I'm doing. Ah, you have to open the safe in the back. Um... Thought they changed it to where you didn't have to shoot.
Fuck me!
An LTD? What is an LTD?
Motherfucker!
Okay, stop standing around and just pick up the bag and let's go. Hey, Codio, how you doing, buddy? I just hit a rabbit. What is the LTD? I didn't mean to hit the bunny. I think it was a bunny. Lieutenant Dan. Perfect. Oh, it's the other store type that isn't a liquor store. Why are you going slow? You were close. It was almost Lieutenant Dan. You're okay, you guys? Lots going on that's too heavy for stream, but figured you'd come check to see what I was up to. And you'll be right back. All right, let me know when you're back, and I'll keep chitty chatting. I didn't know that that other guy made you steal stuff from grocery stores. That's pretty rad. I think ships and crew are responding to the situation. Yep, looks like they did.
I could really use a beer. Sounds about right.
Complete mission. Pistol ammo.
Oh, yeah.
You don't give me money, you give me pistol ammo. And then I just have a bag of marked money. All right, well. Okay, so
I swear this battery don't last for shit.
hey Plum. All right, so we gotta go try and do the house rob if we want to actually get anything. All right, let's see if we can get away with a house robbery. Because apparently it is a 20% chance that you will alert the cops to the robbery. And the last time I did it, I alerted them twice in a row. So either the percentages aren't right or I've got terrible RNG. A cop just ran a red light. From your experience selling weed before, selling joints is better than bags of weed, but you have yet to figure out how 2 grams of weed equals 1 joint. Is that what it is? Like a bag of weed, and then what? You have to get rolling paper? I didn't even know that you could do that, honestly. Hey, I had a... Why are they following?
No, I am not interested. How'd you get this number? Great. Super.
Sir? You okay?
I'm sure it's a very
Just fine, why?
opportunity for you to
You're driving a little erratically, that's why we asked.
Oh, did you not see the cars in front of me cutting me off when I had the green lights?
Yeah, we had the same as well. The locals all want to get somewhere a lot quicker than we're trying to get anywhere.
Yeah, I
wanted to
just,
make sure
you know,
you were all right, that's all.
Yeah.
doing just fine. I appreciate it.
Yeah. You stay safe, sir.
You too? Hi, what's going on, Plumber? Drag the rolling paper to the baggie and it will bring up an option to combine. Car matching descriptive vehicle leaving the scene. No one saw my vehicle leaving the scene. I'm casual in bed, officer.
That's what insurance is for, right?
Paycheck.
Hello, sir. How can I help you today?
Ain't got a job.
Whatever.
All right, well.
I told you not to.
I don't know if that's a... I think that is a perk.
Hey, man. Oh, Jesus. Grand Sonora Desert? That sounds boring.
I don't know what these people are doing. Welcome back, Codio. I'm sorry to hear that things aren't going well for you, my guy. Is there anything that we can do for you? What is this man doing? Bad news? What's the bad news? You cannot get GTA because you don't have enough space on your computer. No. Well, Ziggy, now you gotta delete a game like Valorant.
Get her done.
You deleted multiple games and that somehow made no space. Did you delete them or uninstall them with like Steam? Because just deleting the icon's not going to clear up any space. Uninstalled on Epic. Oh, okay. Weird that it didn't clear up any space. I don't know why. Was one of them actually Valorant? Because if so, I'm going to laugh. Did you empty your trash can? Your recycling bin afterward? You're not getting rid of Valorant. Yeah, it was worth a shot. GTA is girthy. GTA is quite a girthy boy. Yeah, so your recycling bin, I think by default is supposed to empty itself at some point. But if you delete things or uninstall things, they don't actually go away. They just go in your recycling bin. So you have to empty your recycling bin to actually clear up space. It is dumb. I agree. But, you know, if you delete something and then realize that you need it, you can always go back and grab it because it's not actually gone. It's a safety thing in case you uninstall something on it. Yeah. Typically, the best practice is for it to automatically erase stuff after, like, 60 days, 90 days. Because if you don't need it after that long, you probably don't need it. Ziggy always plays it dangerously. All right, let's hope that there's no cops just randomly along the side of the road here. Or up in Polito, I assume is where I'm going. Yeah. Looks like I'm going all the way to Polito. How much money do you have available on your... Oh, memory do you have available on your PC? How fast was I going there? Like 90? Probably not. Yeah, I'm hoping that the explosion, whoever caused that, will distract them enough. 88 to 90. I feel like... 88 to 90. 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 88 to a seatbelt should not make me fly through the windshield at that speed. Especially when I technically only collided with something going like 30 miles an hour. You made a thing that I already made, but you are extremely happy. What did you make? Are you on Minecraft? What did you do? Ah, tell me about the things you made. I finally got my perpetual steam engine up and running. Yeah, they have been. They said that they fixed it and we're leaving it around like that 88 mark, or 88 mark, like 80 mark and above, and you would be ejected, but I don't really like that. Oh, a digging thing. You did a digging thing. Tricky did a digging thing? Tricky's gonna do digging differently? You're gonna do it not on your own? Tricky? If 90 launches you, we need to get hold of the manufacturers. Yeah, exactly. Like, I feel like 100, because that's what most cars can go in this game, should be the limit. And then maybe after that you need to get the racing straps or whatever. Someday you will learn how to dig. Not today, but maybe someday. I'll show you what I did. Tricky, what did you look at mine, or did you look up how to do it online? You looked it up? Okay. All right, let's fully heal up. Drive 55 and act like a local. Yeah, apparently that's what I need to do. And 55. I just wish that cruise control were easier to control. But it does this weird, like, back and forth kind of jittery thing. You're very happy that you understood how it all worked, too. I'm proud of you. It took me a while to get mine down. Is yours the kind that does, like... that, like, digs down or digs in a line on rails? Yeah, and the speed limit's 65. Welcome back, Codio. Gonna see if I can fix my car. Repair. Hey, Gina, thank you for the resub. How have you been? Welcome back for your 24th adventure. If you ain't going 90 and a 30, are you really living? Yes, because I'm not flying out my windshield. In a line on rails. The only thing I don't understand is how the items end up in the chests. So when you attach, when you glue a chest to a set of drills, anything they mine automatically pick it back up. So then if you're using a plow to pick up rails, anything those mine get picked up and put in the chest. I guess let's get that first engine upgrade. And we'll get that first brake upgrade. I didn't realize that they made them kind of affordable. No comment. Also, your truck won't go 90. Doing well. Ready to play some Sussy Beans. How have I been doing? I've been doing okay. Life is going decently. We got Plum fixed recently, and then we just got well, fixed and a gastropexy, and then we had to remove Sweet Pea's anal glands because there might be a tumor on it. So we're waiting to hear about that. So that's fun stuff. But other than that, I sold my car, got the down payment just about ready for the house, which should be done in a few months. So very exciting stuff. Yeah, poor Sweet Pea. Well, the worst part about it for him and us, he is going to be kind of fecally incontinent for a couple weeks. Can you put Silk Touch on the drills? I don't believe you can. I don't believe you can. All right, I need to use the restroom. I'll be right back. Okay. All right, I am back. See all apartments. Okay, how is this one supposed to work? This door? All right, let's see. If they get a notification. Oh, do I have to... You just flew out of your car and you were barely injured? Yeah, I also wasn't very injured when I flew out of my car, but it was just more annoying that I flew out of my car. All right, Lauren has to go pick up a neighbor's kid of one of our neighbor's kids. So I gotta go sit and watch Sweet Pea in a little bit. I will probably be ending stream a little bit early. Give the puppy so much love. I will. They will get all the love. Lauren has been watching The Mummy and is currently sitting on the couch with them. They're both snuggling her. I wonder if I can sell oxycodone and stuff like that on the streets. Or is it just weed? I'll have to ask. Ooh, got a joint. Some White Widow. I guess I already completed this mission. I didn't see that I picked up a personal item, which is what you're supposed to do. When you get the house robbery mission, you're supposed to get a personal item from it that you need to turn in. Cheese, knife, and beef. Incredible. Oh, and a maple donut. Heck yeah. Unless street values have changed, that's only $8 total. What, the meat, the beef, and the knife? In the bookcase, disgusting. I'm a little more concerned that they put a knife there, but, you know, maybe... Look at all these donuts. Maybe it's like one of those charcuterie board type thing. Oh, the weed. I think the weed is a random value, if I remember right. I think it's like between 2 and 10 right now for different kinds of weed, depending on the weed that you have. Donuts, let's go! And charcuterie boards, let's go! Alright, so I got a gold bar from somewhere, some gold chains, a joint, some cheese, some golden watches, White Widows, and some maple donuts. You need to find an advanced lockpick. I do too. I'm not sure how you get those. I think it's a random chance when doing a truck robbery, I would say. But that also requires someone to be doing the trucking job. Like the long haul trucker robberies, I think that's what it is. You have to find, as someone does the long haul job, you'll get a random notification of its whereabouts, and you have to go hunt it down. And then you have to convince the person to... What's going on over there? You have to convince the person to get out and let you search their car. They were active more earlier. I'm thinking what I might do is try to do the trucker job, so that way crims have the opportunity to try and do that, just to see what it is and understand how it works. You saw a charcuterie board the other day that had an image of a shark burned into it with the phrase "shark coochie" next to the image. Under that it had, underneath that it had, because no one can say charcuterie. Charcuterie. I feel like charcuterie is harder to say than charcuterie. You have thoughts on that, but Chadley would need another person. So, pretty much all of the robberies except for, like, the store robberies and I think the house robberies are highly recommended to have at least 2 people. And ideally, the way to do it is the person who initiates, like, the armored truck robbery. For instance, if you're doing the armored truck robbery, the way to do it is have, like, all right, I'm almost done. How do you get iron? Probably through the scrapyard. It is pretty funny. It's better to have 2 people because with the armored truck robbery, the person who starts it is the only one who can loot it. So if the person who starts it is chased away, then it's lost. And cops are smart, and they will keep one person typically back at the truck. I don't think he's gonna move. Yeah, I'm gonna watch him. All right. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop here for a minute. We're going to take a break. I'm going to go sit with the doggos. And then when Lauren gets back... I muted myself. When Lauren gets back, we will finish this job and then try the corner selling to see how that works with Turk. But I will be back in a bit, guys. Well, this has been an interesting ordeal. Hi, everyone. Welcome back. My car is almost out of gas. Thank you both Cody and Tess for the resubs. Welcome back for your 5th and 47th adventure, respectively. How are you all doing? Hi, Tess. How are you doing, buddy? Thank you, Mr. Meat Suit. I'm basically going to turn this in and then probably end stream because Sweet Pea's having a tough time. Like I said, when we got him, we believe he had an infected gland in his butt. And so we had to watch that. And, you know, we did some antibiotics and stuff like that for him to try and help. And it got better, but it seemed to be having trouble again. So when we took him in this past time, they said that they found some kind of lump or growth. A tumor. Not a tumor. It was a tumor. So we just had surgery today, and he had both of his glands removed, and so he is just having a really tough time. His butt hurts, poop's leaking out, like it's just not a good. He's not eating, he's not drinking because he's in pain. We just gave him some gabapentin and codeine to hopefully help him out. And maybe once that kicks in and the pain starts to subside, or at least, you know, he gets loopy enough, we will be able to get him to maybe eat, maybe drink, maybe go to the bathroom. We'll see. But yeah, he's having a not so great time. And, you know, Plum is being a concerned puppy. He wants to see what's going on. He wants to know what's wrong. So good boy, Plum. He's been, you know, pestering and sticking around, stuff like that. He's right now hiding under my desk, not Plum, he is. And he's wearing a diaper, and Lauren is trying to get him water. So. I basically spent the entire time during the break sitting in the kitchen with him, just petting him, because when I tried taking him out, he immediately tried scooting, which is a big no-no, because that'll disrupt the sutures. Yeah, he's wearing a doggy diaper. We bought 2 packs, or Lauren bought 2 packs. But yeah, he is just having a bad time. I forgot to put the nozzle back.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's how you get an advanced lockpick. Okay. See if I can just put it back at any gas station. I can't. That's convenient. Well, there you go, Mr. Meat Suit. Now we know how to get an advanced lockpick. You have to do some of the house robbery. But yeah, so poor little Sweet Pea. It's gonna be a rough couple weeks, at least until this boy regains his continence, which hopefully he should. They don't typically see permanent incontinence from these types of surgeries. You're curious if there's a hidden stat to lockpicking? Kind of. I think each lockpick minigame has a chance to break your lockpick, and that's kind of how the stats work. There isn't like a individual stat. How many items do I have? 3 gold chains, 1 gold clock. Chadley has no problems, but Mike is legit terrible. Yeah, I think there's a percentage for like the likelihood that it'll break, which is what makes it harder, and the likelihood that you can find the sweet spot, I think is what it. He will at least eat a biscuit. Bring him his food. Yeah. Good. He's eating apparently. That's a good idea. But with how they're doing the same thing, and Mike on average being 10 lockpicks for anything, whereas Chadley can do it in like 1 or 2. Let's go down the turf and get ready to make that liggity login. Make like Kenny Loggins and hit that danger zone. Chadley has the same 5 lockpicks, you think? Yeah, I mean, I bought like 40 lockpicks on all my characters just because how frequently I was making them break. So I totally feel that. And if I remember right, I think there's like a percentage chance that the pick will break and a percentage chance. So like there's a percentage that determines how hard the pick is, and then there's one that I think determines what it'll be to break. I'm sorry, Blup. I took my water out of the office and I don't have it on me right now. Ah, there's the water. Here we go. What do I even have? Got a couple joints, couple white widows. Stuff like that. Okay, so I've got to like go up and talk to each individual person to see if they'll buy. Yeah. Come on. Talk to me. Have anything? Wonder where that cop's going. Is this Cleo? Oh, wonder where that cop's going. this is not Cleo. Presently, with the way that crime is going, oh, if they walk up to you, then they're looking to buy. So I can talk to people, they'll stop and see if they're interested. Or they'll just walk up to me. Okay. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Cleo. Oh. Mom's Donuts. All right. Cleo is not someone who should be doing petty crimes. So I had to switch to a character that doesn't matter if he gets arrested. He's coming. Oh, never mind. There's got to be someone willing to buy.
Hey, how you doing?
All of these cretins are really balloon animals. I
One of
made
them?
them. I
You
did.
Oh. Buyer's calling the police. I didn't know that was a thing they could do. Ooh. Head back to Legion. There's good crowds around the square. I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, I had no idea that that they'll call the cops and try to rob me. Interesting. All right. Well, I don't think they saw me. So I think I should be okay to go. That's why Chadley is a quote-unquote vendor. Smart.
Can you help me feed my 57 cats?
You interested? Are you interested? Oh my god, calling the police again.
I don't trust you. Get away from me.
So you'll actually have people that are interested walk up to you? You understand on not wanting Cleo arrested. If you can get your thoughts together for RP, help may be available in some way. I appreciate that, but you know, take your time. It's less not wanting him to get arrested and more not wanting him to get arrested for petty crime. I'm okay with, you know, any sort of criminal record happening for him. But what I'm not okay with is criminal record happening purely because he's doing petty crime, you know? Chill and act like I'm waiting for someone. Yeah, I figure if I just walk down the street, it'll be okay. Act like an NPC and they'll never know it's me. Legit, just post up on the corner and start selling. Oh, so NPCs will actually come to me. I don't need to sit around and... or I don't need to walk around and try to find them myself, right? Oh, I thought I had to go seek them out. I didn't realize that they'd come. Go out like a true kingpin and get hit for tax evasion? That's probably what'll happen. Two cops there. It helps, but they will come to you as you walk around. Good to know.
How are things going over at your firm? Me? Good. Listen, you guys need anybody? I'm getting the axe any day, man. I just know it. They're after my blood. Look, I'll
Fine.
just email you my resume. Maybe you can just casually drop it on HR's desk. Thanks, man. Bye.
Okay. All right, we'll give it a shot. You get it? Your biggest problem right now is Dr. Danny. You either have to, one, figure out how to weave an emergency backstory into his current persona, or two, split his personality into two different characters. Activate selling again. Okay. What do you mean? Weave in an emergency, or... or split his personality. Time to make some bacon. That was a little sus. I wasn't sure what was going on there. I figured they were going to the bank right there, but like I said, not 100% sure, so I was just kind of watching. You started playing, there were no EMS other than you, so you did EMS as a side gig to help out the server. Realistically, a psychiatrist would have no clue how to do medical stuff. It is all book studies on how the brain works, which would mean he would have no idea what to do in an ambulance. Emergency backstory, the Vietnam War ended in 72, so he could have been some sort of combat medic in the war, which would possibly trigger flashbacks, or create a separate EMS character or just play Denny when psych stuff is needed. Cop almost got hit. So, I don't know if this is just too small of a group, but no one seems to be coming by to buy.
Hey, let's meet up next week.
That guy just despawned. This lady just gonna despawn? Make him totally just terrible as an EMS guy and he's just in it for the cash. I kind of like what Meat Suit said about him having basically just had to learn most of it on the job and try to figure things out.
Hey, man. Hey, how's it going?
All right, he looked like he stood up to talk to me. I guess not.
Yo, dude.
I don't know how to set your broken leg, but let's delve deeper into why you felt the need to get hit by that car, shall we? Maybe wait until night? That? Wasn't in the war himself as a med student, but still around working men. Tried disabling and enabling corner selling. This is a very cute Valentine's Day map.
Your girl was fucked up last night.
Try the downtrodden and night ladies. You do feel, however, that whether he was a combat medic in the war or had to learn it on the job, you feel his deadpan personality may need tweaking. Or as Tess says, you could just force psychiatry on the victims of EMS injuries, which require development on that branch. It would also be a really funny RP interaction. Like, if every time you went to help someone, you're just like, and how does being shot make you feel? Yeah, this corner selling is not doing at all what I would expect. Always with the police. Get over here into Legion Square, shall we? Maybe I don't have enough product. Maybe? I mean, I have 2 joints and 2 bags of weed on me, and I don't know if oxycodone and diazepam are part of it. I have a sugar ring donut. Oxy and diazepam don't count. Okay. How much weed do you typically have on you when you do it? Only illegal narcotics. I mean, technically they're not legal. Five to 10 bags or joints. Because from what... I actually don't even see joint in the config file that Citrus sent me. Drugs are bad. I agree. This was before the revamp. Yeah, so I see Coke Baggy, White Widow, Og Kush, Skunk, Amnesia, Purple Haze, AK-47, Weed Plant, Crack Baggy, and Meth are all op. No worries, Test. You have a wonderful night. Thank you for stopping by. It was wonderful getting to see you. I'm sorry to hear that you're stressed, but I hope you have a wonderful night and are able to de-stress. You saw a shirt that you want so bad, but you would be unable to really wear it anywhere because it's more than slightly offensive. What is it? That is a person. Get some liquor and open craft bar. I already have a business. Cops are really patrolling this street. What Chadley does? Wait, is craft bar just a bar you can go in and work at? Is this the courthouse? I think I seriously have my base of operation next to the courthouse. Furniture menu, storage unit. Let's rotate that around. Add to cart. Purchase. Can I not place it because it's in the wall? Well, that's where it's stuck now. Let's see. Let's put all this away. I can still move it. Furniture menu. I only have one of this item. Owned furniture. Storage unit. Hey. Just, I'm fine with kind of where it's at. I just. Go. On ground. Okay. Little finicky to figure out. That worked. That worked. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get them to tell me how that works because I had more people call the cops on me than buy my product. Oh my. I feel like that's busted, or it's not obvious how it works. Which is why I'm doing this, because I gotta figure out how all this stuff works so that I can write a guide to it to tell people how to do it themselves. So. You're half attentive how what works? How selling drugs work. Because I would go up to someone and talk to them, which is what I was told to do. And no one ever wanted to buy anything. Bruce is a member of Cleo's gang, yeah. So he should be able to sell on his turf. All right, so I think some things to change. The money launderer needs to do 50-50, not 80-20, I think is probably what it is. Not even 75-25, but it's probably 80-20. Or at least like 60-40. Like, what it's currently at is just so low. You're gonna get 0 cash for robbing stores. Be better off just taking a day job. Cleo's turf is not neutral. It's always listed as his turf. Every gang has a starting location, and that is always theirs and cannot be usurped. The outer lying areas are unclaimed, and you have to do stuff like robbing stores, selling drugs, stuff like that, in order to gain reputation there to conquer the turf. But the apartment to City Hall is neutral, as is Legion Square. Yes, yes. I was originally trying around Cleo's area, like in his actual turf, and then I was trying to move to other places to see if I could even do anything. Because the way it's set up is you can only take over turf adjacent to your gang's home base. So like if I open up the map, so I think like this is Cleo's turf or like something like that. So I can only take over this block, and then I can take over this block and keep going, but I can't skip this one and go directly to this one. They have to connect to my home turf, so I have to slowly expand outward. Is it just the square that the bar is on? Gotta find the map that they sent me. I'm just... Oh, not that chat. In this chat? Oh, damn. I remember it being a decent size. I think it was like this rectangle, and then this was its own block, and like this was its own block. But it may have just been this block. I don't really remember. Gotcha. That makes sense. Yeah, I just, like I said, I really need to sit down with them and try to figure out how it all works, because I feel like every time they implement a change, I can never figure out how it works, and it's not apparent immediately. So like all crims know how to do is just knock down convenience stores or speed, and like that's not fun. So that's what the whole turf thing is supposed to be, is it's supposed to help crims do more. So hopefully hopefully I can get that figured out. Because, like, I feel like all the PD stuff is pretty obvious and how all that works, but the crim stuff feels really obtuse. And I'm trying get all that information together so I can start writing it down and distributing that to... Should start across from the side of the bar. Or across the street behind. So just that square. I think just that. Maybe Chips then. Yeah, Chips did send. And Cleo's turf is actually from this corner to this corner to here, and then up to here. He's got this whole area. Yeah, according to the map that Chip sent. And then the... Oh, hey, thank you for the follow there, Hextech. Actually, I'm sorry, I'm wrong. It's from this corner here down to this corner here, and then over here and up here. Because you're right, this is the courthouse right here, and that one is off limits. But yeah, so I have like this area around here, and then Legion Square is off limit. That is not a turf that can be taken over. This highway area with the PD up to Elysian Fields can't be taken over. I don't remember why, because I don't think that's... Oh no, that's CID, that's why. Okay. There's this section up here, which I think is because that's the Vinewood Court. I don't know what kind of courts that is. How are you doing, Hextech? And then PD down here, this whole block of Davis Avenue can't be taken over. The hospital up here cannot be taken over. Basically from that corner to that corner. Follows this road here and then up to here. And this is fire department, yeah. And then the fire department and city center can't be taken over. And then this block cannot be taken over outside of the hospital. Yeah, pretty much any area with PD, EMS, fire department, courthouse, city service cannot be taken over. Those are always neutral grounds that cannot be taken over. Other gang like headquarter locations can also not be taken over. So like Cleo's turf could not be taken over. But the places next to it can. Hey Shayla, how are you? Oh, was that the law offices? That makes sense. Yeah. I may have to see about moving my turf. I don't like that I'm smack dab between Davis and CID, but I guess, you know, the closer you are to danger, the further you are from harm, right? Very full of food. I hope it's good food. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Cool. This one there was another guy. Like, okay, so this, I think that's the money launderer. That is lower end crime job, higher end crime job, and inaccessible. I'm hoping it'll grow. But first things first, I gotta figure out how selling works because I talked to so many people and everyone just called the cops on me. So, and I otherwise cannot do any crime here, which is interesting. I do kind of like that you would have to like go to an area and like start selling before before you're able to like start doing, because I think eventually if you do like convenience store jobs and stuff like that, it can increase or decrease reputation. So like my goal would be, you know, come down here, sell here, take that over, probably pop over, take over the Vanilla Unicorn area, and then like start robbing the store to try and get for whatever. It's currently a 50-50 chance. It's definitely not a 50-50 chance they'll call the cops, or a 50-50 chance that they'll buy what you're selling. Because it's definitely not a 50-50 chance. If Chadley can get some more product, you'll try to see if you can get more info for me. Thank you. I think you'll have to be employed by Clio before that'll work. But 50 chance for the cop call. Gotcha. How does the drug selling work? Because I got more people that called the cops on me than I had people tell me that they didn't want my product and no buyers. And that's what I'm trying to figure out, was how it worked to get rep. Because, like I said, no one was buying. I didn't have a lot, but no one was buying. Wait, what happened to my... What happened to the weed that I had in here? The weed disappeared. It just straight up disappeared. Well, I had baggies. But my baggies disappeared out of my storage. I put them in here, and it's no longer in there. I had, I think, White Widow. Give item 38. White Widow 1. Can't give item. Item does not exist. Oh. Thank you, Tricky. Yeah, I remember dragging everything in there. What if I do weed amnesia? Okay. Amnesia works. What is it? Widow? No. Maybe that's why it wasn't working, is because it's White Widow doesn't apparently exist as an item. Kush? What? Nope, Kush doesn't exist. What did you decide, Codio? Skunk? Skunk perk? Amnesia works. Purple haze? Purple haze doesn't work. Okay, I wasn't sure if that was something you wanted to tell us or not. AK-47 work. Weed plant. Weed. Okay, so that's the homegrown 2G. All right. And then we'll just have to try. All right, let's try these. That would make sense if they don't recognize it as an item. Oh, that's no. If they don't recognize it as an item, then that would make sense why they weren't buying it. How many cops need to be on for selling? That's a very good question. I feel like it shouldn't be a lot. Do you want something? Do you want something? One bag of Coke for $8. How do I... Or $8, $28. Okay, so Coke baggie work. He wants meth for 19. Okay. Look at this shady leather-clad man. I know, right?
That sounds horrible.
Okay, he's calling the cop.
He did what?
See if this works. Oh! Well, at least it didn't break my car. You leave Chadley out of... Oh, you meant him. Don't worry, Chadley's a-okay. Chadley's good. We're testing the waters here. Okay, so if I understand right, I'll only spread perf to this area. Because it is adjacent to my area. Shayla, you're the best. Thank you. You're wrong. It was 30% for cops. Sure didn't feel like 30%. Well, now that I actually had people willing to buy... Why am I on the sidewalk? What am I doing? Now that I actually had people willing to buy, it felt more like 30. I'll admit that. Might help if there were heads around. All the pets disappeared. It helps to have what people are looking for. It does. Like I said, White Widow wasn't showing up as an item to spawn in. Neither was, I think it was Ogpush and Purple Hay. So I wouldn't be surprised if that was one reason why I never had what they were selling. Oh, peds disappear during the server restart? I gotcha. Okay. You've just been around a whole bunch of peds? I had like a handful, but there were none in that area. Let's try this plate. Now there are 4 cops on. Yeah.
Oh, this walking. I get really chafed.
You want something?
Gilipollas.
Homegrown for 18 smackaroos. Y'all look like you want some ruggaroonies. Amnesia for $8. At least double digits. Hey, there we go. Bag of crack for 20. Let's go.
Que me cago.
You wasted time so the person left. There, what are you talking about? $5 for the AK-47 skunk for... Oh, that makes sense. Because they're only between 5 and 10.
Coming through.
Whereas the other ones are 25 to 40 and 15 to 20. Okay. So that percentage feels a little bit better now that I actually have people that are willing to buy, apparently. But I had like 4 people to call the cops on me in a row. Silly.
People today, no respect.
Rocky Mountain Thunder. It's not as smooth as Boca Java, but it's our flagship brand, so it's pretty yummy. You know, I'm not much of a coffee person, but I'd be willing to try it. Okay. So I have some AK-47, and that's really it. Oh, I wonder if that's why it disappeared in my storage, because White Widow doesn't exist as an item, apparently. Admin cheat sheet. Item list. Drug. Joint, coke baggie, crack baggie, ecstasy baggie, weed brick, coke small brick, meth, rolling paper. Oh, it's White Dash Widow. Okay. Slash weed, White Dash Widow. Okay. Never mind. That apparently doesn't exist either. I wonder if this is... I don't know. I'll probably have to sit down with Citra and try to figure that out. You don't need to put in an amount. Because, like, if I do meth, I can just do that and it gives me 1 meth. Look at that blue ice. Oh, hi, Citra. The White Widow was bugged, fixed on restart. Oh, that's good. Yeah, White Widow. I gotta find the drugs again. Ogpush, White Widow, Purple Haze. I think pretty much all of the ones with a space or a dash in it aren't working to sell. Chocolate covered coffee bean. Dark chocolate, please. I want the bitter. Partially updated. Oh, that makes sense. It happens. I was more just like trying to try things out to let you know. We get joints on that list for $2 to $5. Yeah, I think Citra and I are gonna sit down hopefully sometime soon, and he and I can go over prices and things to sell. Because it sounds like it's just adding the items to the list, and that'll work. You may be around this weekend. Chips and you worked on a few items, but yeah, adding joints would be good. I think adding joints and adding prescriptions would be good. Because when you rob houses, you get oxycodone and diazepam and stuff like that. So I think those would be good to add too as ones to shill. But yeah, I was just trying to figure out how it all worked. And now that I know, it makes it a little easier. And it's okay if I don't. Let's see. Do we have any plans tomorrow? No, I changed. Right. I maybe will have time on Sunday or Saturday morning. But otherwise, like, you know, I'm not trying to take your weekend away from you. We'll just have to try and get together so that way we can try to talk over things, because I want to get the crim guide out so that way criminals can actually start doing more than just speeding and robbing stores. Oof, really? I'm sorry you're not able to go see your parents now that it's snowing, but at least you have a nice, fun snow day. No worries, Citra. Anyway, Lauren and I need to go walk the dogs. Try to walk the dog. I think the drugs finally hit Sweepy. He's asleep under. Poor boy. Guys, it sucks getting your butt operated on. Thank you, Mr. Meat Suit. I hope you did too. Sorry if RP was really light and not as entertaining today. I don't think I really talked to anyone except for those police officers that one time. Just trying to figure out how all the crime stuff works. But excuse me, tired. But I do appreciate all y'all coming out and chitty chatting with me. I do always love the chitty chat. Lauren looks tired. We do love guides. I'm gonna work on it, Salad. Don't you worry. Once I can get everything nailed down and I understand how it all works, I will get that guide. Huh? Yeah. Hey, Salad. When do you want to watch Lord of the Rings tomorrow? Have fun storming the castle. Thank you, Cody. Took you way long for the PD guide. sometime in the PM tomorrow. So anytime between 12 p.m. and 11:59 p.m. is what I hear. All right, can we narrow it down to something closer to like a 5-hour window instead of a 12-hour? There are whole days Chadley is in the city for good or ill and doesn't get to talk to anyone. Yeah, I know I ran across a couple of people, but I didn't want to just, hey, force them into RP, especially while I'm just trying to figure things out. He said 2 p.m. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see how tomorrow goes. But that sounds good. We will aim for around 2 p.m. and let you know if anything changes. Because poor sweet pea. Oh, it's definitely a Lord of the Rings director's cut. We're gonna start the 2 towers. But yeah. So I am gonna go ahead and call it a night. We're gonna figure out what we're doing with these dogs. Plum has already gone potty for the evening, so I might just take him on a quick pee walk and then call it a night there. What we can do with Sweet Pea. But yeah. I will see you all later. Go check out Chips and Citra. So shout out Chips Gray. Shout out Citra. And then shout out Mick. Oh, I don't know what McNeil's tag is, so I can't give a direct link. But there's another cop, McNeil, that was streaming, and he was doing a really, really good job. So you guys should totally go check him out. If you're already in the Boardwalk server, check out the server streamer channel for all the people. Thank you. I will copy that. I don't know if he is still streaming or not, but there you go. Go follow him. Anyway, P is just out like a light and refusing to get up. I think those pills finally hit him. I wish it were me. Anyway, take care of yourselves, everyone. Be kind to yourselves. Be kind to each other. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Stay hydrated. There we go. I got there. I'll see you all in the next adventure.